Hey guys, Gil here. I just want to make a video real quick on something you can do with TSM in TBC or even in Wrath to assign a price to an item. So in this case, it'll be a primal nether, but I don't have a character that can use them, so I can't really show the effect of it, but I know that it works because I just tested it with a buddy. So you don't know, there are items in TBC that need primal nethers or nether vortexes, I guess. Like this black planar edge. So it needs 8 primal nethers, which you get from heroics. The problem is when TSM goes to assign a cost to them, like if you see here at the bottom, it says crafting cost, 1 living ruby. If this had a primal nether, it just wouldn't show you. And then when you go to see, like, these are BOPs, so it has no sale price. Let's see an example. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you can't assign prices to like enchants, so I can't really show you really easily, but Primal Nether would not have a cost associated with it because you can't, it can't get any data off the auction house. So what you have to do is you have to go to your crafting tab, you go to reports, go into materials, and then search Primal Nether. It would be here. For this case, I'm going to show it because just Star Balloon. You can see it's got the crafting cost of 22 gold, and that's because the Star Balloon is 22 or 23 gold. But if I go into reports, materials, and I search Star Balloon, it has this code. So what this says is basically whatever is the minimum amount of one of these 3 things or 4 things. So DB min buyout means if I go to the auction house, the cheapest thing, what the price of it is. So if a Star Balloon is 20 gold in the auction house, it'll say that. Crafting is like if I could make a Star Balloon, so like if engineering a pair of copper bolts, if you can make it for cheaper than you can buy on the auction house, it'll show you the crafting cost. You can buy it from a vendor, then it'll have that price. Or like for a primal, it'll tell you the cost of converting motes to a primal would be another one. Or like essences for enchanting. So it takes all of these sources and it finds the cheapest one, and then it says, okay, that's the price of this Star Balloon for the purpose of crafting. I think normally this says DB market, but I recommend changing it to DB min buyout because you're probably, or you could even do like 1.15 times min buyout to kind of give you the most accessible ones. But chances are, if you have it set to market value, you'll be wrong more often than you're right. So in order to get this to work with Primal Nether, you go to this page and you just change it to like whatever you want to charge for the Nether. So if it's 500 gold, you just make 500, you just put in 500 gold. And now you'll see the crafting cost here is it says, okay, the price, the material cost for a Star Balloon is manually assigned to 500 gold. So it's saying a negative 473. And that's how you can manually change something in TSM. And then I'll just show one more. I think I have this saved in here. So the other way you can do this is if you type in TSM, if you want to make a change to the overall pricing scheme, you go to settings, crafting. This is the default price configuration. So default material cost, this is where it has that formula that I just showed. So like if you wanted to say in here like DB market, you could put that in as well. And then if the DB market happened to be less than the DB min buyout, it would take that. Or I think you can even put in here like average, and then it'll average them all out. And you'll see like if This is what I was saying. You'll be wrong more than you're right. So right now, you can see my for gems with DBmin buyout. So it's like if I went to the auction house, what I would buy the gem for. But if I change this to DB market, and then hit enter so that it saves, close this and reopen, and then do a reload. Let's see here. That change anything? Okay, I'm just gonna look at it. Swift Skyfire is -29. Let's look at that. I'm typing in /TSM, by the way. Let's see if it saves. Crafting. Min buyout. Okay, yeah. So now it's showing -9. So you can see how it kind of changes the prices. And this is just because, like, if I go to the auction house on this, so like you see here a primal fire on this thing says it's 37 gold min buyout. This means the cheapest it is on auction house. The market value is 39. So if chances are if I go and look at this, it'll be somewhere between those two. Oh, it's actually really cheap right now. And then again, so like a primal is 34.50. If I go to a moat of fire, it's 33. So the price of a primal for the way that I have it set up is probably 338 or something like that. So let's see here. Do I have any primals? Not on this guy. Fire primal? Oh, yeah. So you'll see there the price of the primals is 147.80 divided by 4, 147.8, 147.8. 4 is 37. So it's using the DBmin buyout, which is odd because I feel like the modifier cheaper. But let's see what the modifier there. So 340 is what it's saying. Ensure there. So it should let's see here. I'm gonna whisper my paladin a modifier so let's see it. That's interesting. I'm not sure why it's not converting those correctly. Maybe it doesn't work with motes and only works with essences. I'll have to look that up and comment back. But yeah, anyways, that's how you assign another price. I don't want to make this video too long. Thanks, like, comment, subscribe.